Well, to pull out the key facts on the Avvatar chocolate wafer protein bar.
Understand where it sits in, that booming Indian protein market.
Exactly, based on these materials, and see what makes it tick, what makes it stand out.
Think of it as the quick version, the shortcut to getting up to speed on this one contender.
Right. So the product itself, sources say it's a 40-gram bar.
Yeah, 40 grams. And the packaging, the nutrition facts, they clearly show 10 grams of protein in that.
Which, for a 40-gram snack, 10 grams is pretty decent.
It is, and what kind of jumps out is that they call it a wafer protein bar.
Yeah, that seems deliberate, doesn't it? Not like those, really dense bars you sometimes get.
Exactly, it feels lighter. And the sweetness profile is another big thing they highlight.
Yes. 0 added sugars, and actually 0 total sugars listed.
Right, using maltitol, according to the ingredients list we have here.
That's tapping right into a major consumer trend, looking for lower sugar options.
Absolutely. Using a sugar alcohol like maltitol lets them make that claim. Yeah, it's a key differentiator.
So besides protein and the calories, it's 133 kcal for the bar.
Yep, 133. The nutritional panel points out some other interesting bits, too.
At the fiber, saw that, 5 grams of dietary fiber.
Which is what, 16% of your RDA? That's not bad for a snack bar.
Definitely a nice bonus.
And a good hit of calcium, too. 120 milligrams.
Which is, wow, 31% of the RDA. That's quite high.
It is. Plus, less than 0.1 grams of trans fat, which is always good to see.
Okay, so price point. The sources mentioned the MRP is in 60.
So the 40-gram bar, yeah. Works out to, what, 1.5 rupees per gram?
1.5 per gram. How does that, position it?
Well, within that protein snack category, especially with the 0 sugar thing and the wafer format, it seems pretty accessible. Not super premium, not bargain basement.
Makes sense. The sources also clearly list the allergens.
Milk, gluten from wheat, and soy. Pretty standard ones.
And that little note on the pack, tastes best when chilled.
Yeah. Wonder how much difference it makes, but it's a specific instruction.
So that's the bar, but where's it actually coming from? Parag Milk Foods, right?
Yes, exactly. And the article gives us some really useful background there.
Go on.
It mentions Parag Milk Foods is sometimes called, get this, India's protein university.
Wow, okay. That's quite a title.
It suggests, deep roots, long history in dairy, and specifically protein. They make Go Cheese, Goward and Ghee, big brands.
So not just some new startup jumping on the protein trend, they have history.
A significant history. The source even points out they launched Go Rapid a few years back.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
A whey protein drink priced at just, 10?
10 rupees. That's incredibly accessible.
Right. It suggests they've been thinking about bringing protein to a wider audience for a while.
So that background, that protein university status, probably gives them a leg up in today's market.
You'd think so. The market's booming, but it's also incredibly competitive now. Their experience has to count.
And the sources suggest this Avvatar wafer bar is actually, taking off.
Yeah.
Doing well.
Seems like it. Gaining traction, getting positive feedback from retailers, customers, people looking for convenient protein.
So they're playing on their history, but also hitting those modern notes, taste, convenience, that wafer texture, the 0 sugar.
It looks like a pretty strategic move, yeah. Using their know-how to meet specific consumer demands right now.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. What does it all boil down to?
We've got the Avvatar chocolate wafer protein bar. 40 grams.
10 grams protein, 133 kcal. It's a wafer, not dense.
0 added sugar, 0 total sugar, sweetened with maltitol.
Decent fiber, 5 grams. Good calcium, 120 milligrams. Low trans fat.
Costs 60, which is 1.5 per gram. Contains milk, gluten, soy.
And apparently tastes best chilled. Comes from Parag Milk Foods.
India's protein university, with a history in dairy and products like Go Rapid, showing a focus on accessible protein. And
the sources say it's becoming a popular choice, quickly finding its feet.
So here's the interesting thought to leave you with.
Yeah.
In this really fast-growing, super competitive Indian protein market, does this combination, a company with deep dairy roots, focusing on taste, that lighter wafer texture, and hitting that 0 sugar sweet spot with alternatives, does that represent the next wave?
Is this the formula for making protein snacks truly mainstream and appealing for you?
Yep.
What really jumps out to you after hearing all this?